So you already know we have to talk about the PlayStation 5s. I haven't talked about these consoles in a long time on my main channel, and I want to go ahead and drop a comparison on a refurbished PlayStation 5 versus a brand new PlayStation 5 that you can go and pick up. Now, funny enough, I will definitely tell you, buying a refurbished PlayStation 5 is basically the same exact process of buying any other refurbished console or any other refurbished product. To give you some perspective, I've personally bought so many used devices, but a refurbished device is a little bit different than a brand new device. But a used device is also different from a refurbished device as well. So a used, device, I'll give you some, examples. If I were to go ahead and buy a brand new PlayStation 5 and I were to go ahead and use it for a year and I sold it after, well, that is basically like a, used device, and I can go and sell it as a used device. A refurbished and or certified refurbished product is a little bit different. That means that basically, like, an example could be I bought a brand new PlayStation 5 and maybe there was something, down the line that ended up breaking, or, maybe there was chipping on or something like that, right? And maybe I replaced the shell on that console and I sold it. Well, I could sell it as a, refurbished. I can sell it as certified refurbished, but I could sell it as a refurbished console, and I would let everyone know who's, if I was selling it, hey, this thing had like a chip in it or something like that was messed up, or had like a break in the casing and ended up replacing the casing, whatever. You could probably sell it as a refurbished console, even though it's probably not, but you kind of get the idea of what I'm saying. So that is one main thing to kind of keep in mind. In my opinion, buying a refurbished and or a used console is always a better way to go for the most part, as long as you do your research, than buying a brand new one. So the first thing, at least in the comparison standpoint, that I want to get across is the availability. The availability of a refurbished console usually is higher than the availability of a brand new console. So right now, if I make my way over to PlayStation's website, they are out of stock of PlayStation 4 factory certified, recertified consoles. Now, in this case, the way I got my refurbished console was through eBay. So again, everyone knows eBay as of this point. I went onto eBay, I looked through all the consoles that I could find, and I got this PlayStation 5, the disc model, for actually a very, very good price. I'm not going to say the exact price because I still overpaid like crazy for it. I really shouldn't have, but it was cheaper than when I bought my PS5 for 2 years ago, in the, resale market, which is also annoying. So I will say it's not the best price right now. If you can get it brand new, that's always a better way to go. But if you're looking, 2 years down the road and you have, the option of buying a certified, refurbished console for cheaper than a brand new console, well, it may make a little bit more sense to go for that, certified refurbished. But as of right now, because brand new prices are still high, this might be one way that the brand new consoles may seem more appealing. If you're able to get your brand new console for cheaper than, the certified refurbished and or used price, then I would highly recommend going that route. And that is what makes the most amount of sense for me in that specific example. Now, to continue on the, condition this console is in and, how well it runs and everything, I will say as long as you do your due diligence, you will usually not be burnt, and you can usually get a good console for a really good price for the most part. Now, what does that mean? Well, to give you some more perspective, if we go ahead and make our way over to the factory for refurbished, quality direct PlayStation website, you can basically see, at least on their website, and I don't know if I'm going to show you, it'll say factory recertified PlayStation quality, like new products at our premium standards and backed by a limited 1-year warranty. So at least if you're going from the PlayStation side, if you're going through their quality control, mechanism, whatever, you will basically be getting the same quality as a brand new console, at least from my experience. Now, like I said, I went through eBay and I did get the refurbished console from there. But if you're going from PlayStation directly, which usually is kind of harder to get any console, to be honest, you will basically be able to get, you will get a working like new console, at least from them, with genuine PlayStation replacement parts. You'll probably be getting all the accessories that you need, and you'll also be getting a controller. And I'm sure that controller will also probably be refurbished as well, if it's not brand new already. So that is what they're doing currently for their PlayStation 4 and their PlayStation 4 Pro. It's very interesting they're not selling the PS4 Slim. So when they eventually release their PlayStation 5s in this example, then obviously it's going to be the same thing. You will basically be almost getting like a brand new console, and that's pretty much what it's going to feel like. So I feel like that's a really cool thing that they're doing. Unfortunately, PlayStation, like I said, is not selling any of their, PlayStation 5s in the certified refurbished market. So we have to go refurbished, whether that's through, eBay, whether that's through some other places like Amazon. And again, as long as you kind of do your due diligence, you should be good to go. Now, like I said, I bought a brand new PS5 a few years ago when it first came out, like maybe 2 months after, and I overly spent all that. I think I spent almost like $1,000 on that. This new refurbished one that I bought but again, I overpaid on it, but it was still way cheaper than that one that I bought a few years ago. So now prices are going down. They're becoming less, competitive, which is nice. And so I would probably recommend going that route. Now, the benefit of buying a brand new console is that you don't have to worry about the condition of it. You already know it's going to be brand new. You're going to get a really good warranty. And if you have any issues, you can just go straight to, PlayStation, and you can let them know, hey, what's going on? This thing was whatever, messed up, whatever, you guys need to fix it. They will pretty much fix it. That's basically what's going to happen. Now, here's an example. Now, here's another one that I'm seeing from eBay Refurbished, their official refurbished store. I guess it's not even their official store. It's just somebody who's rated high. So this is a, refurbished PlayStation 5 in this example. So they basically mentioned that it's in excellent condition and it has a 1-year warranty. So that right there, as long as you make sure that the seller has a good standing, as long as they don't have like one review and it's like negative, you should be okay. And they also tell you that it includes the console, controller, HDMI cable, power cable, USB-C cable, and as well as a console stand. So it pretty much comes with everything you would need. And depending on how well they say it, if they say it's in excellent condition, then chances are this thing is in excellent condition. It's almost going to be brand new. You might even get the box with it too. My specific PlayStation 5 did not come with the box. My brand new one did. This one that I bought did not come with the box. So you can't always assume that, but it's still a really cool thing that you have the option, and you have a 1-year warranty that's included within it. So if something happens, if there's an issue with it, you can just go ahead and return it and then pretty much go on from there, and you can buy it from a different person. And I think that's another really cool thing as well. So I would always probably err on the side of the console not coming with the box and not being in brand new condition, but I would probably assume that it's going to be in very, very good condition and all the ports are going to work and everything you probably ever want to do with that console is going to be completely fine, and you're probably not going to have any issues going down that direction. So that is another big thing to keep in mind as well. Now, pricing wise, like I said, this is the thing that's probably going to mess it up for some people out there. You want to make sure that you don't overspend on a refurbished console. In this case, I may have overspent a little bit, but it was pretty much around the same price as a brand new one, maybe a little bit cheaper. So you could still go ahead and buy a brand new console if you have the option to, and you can save a lot of money that way too than buying a used one in the resale market or even a refurbished one in the resale market. If you can time your things properly and if you follow the right communities and follow the right Twitter accounts, you might be able to, pick up another PlayStation 5 or pick up a PlayStation 5 in general, and you might be good to go. You might not even have to worry about a refurbished one or anything like that. But the main things I would always recommend doing is checking the seller, making sure their seller is not messing up anything, making sure they're not going to rip you off or anything, but also making sure that the refurbished console that you're buying, you're not overpaying for it. If you're paying over $200 or $300 more than what a PS5 brand new one costs, there's no point in doing it. I promise you, if you just kind of follow those communities for a little bit of time, you'll probably end up buying a PlayStation 5 for normal cost. So again, these are the things that I'd probably recommend avoiding in those specific situations. Otherwise though, if you are able to buy a refurbished console, and if it's in decent condition and you can save a bunch of money that way, then it might make a little bit more sense going down that direction if I'm being honest. But otherwise, the choice is yours. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.